in no department. Speed, power, chance, heart, none.
Alright.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Talking big facts, I ain't tell no lies. Trio talk like fight fan. Slap a troll with my right hand. Hit the like button, watch the replay. Want all the smoke like EJ. Fuck a troll what he say. I bomb a nigga like Wilder, boy. Spray the thing, make shower, boy. Tyson Fury, you a coward, boy. Box a nigga like Ego. Make you bow your head, take one knee like Kell Brook and Tim Tebow. Since the time that Lester been black and eyes like Debo.
Like Debo?
And I'm a breadwinner like Kevin Gates. Smoke strong, make you levitate. On my evil spins, might meditate. Gon' watch me, you gon' steady hate. But I pimp the game like 7-8.
7-8.
And I'm a big stepper like Money Brown. I don't mess around, I don't fuck around. But I'll fuck around, not wear my crown.
Fuck around, not wear my crown.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again. Trio talk like fight fan. There he go talking that boxing again. This trio talk like fight fan. There he go talking that boxing again. Trio talk like fight fan. There he go talking that boxing again. There he go talking that boxing again. There he go talking that boxing again.
What's up? What's up with y'all? What's happening with it? What's good with it? When y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all smash on that like button and then jump in the comments and let me know you in the building. Big Tony, what's good? What's happening with it? Macadocious, Mac of the South, what's happening with it, homie? Chris Mitchell, what's good with it, fam? I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. We're going to keep them coming. We're going to keep them coming. And we got some shit to cook on for y'all today. For sure, for sure. And y'all already know, like I said, make sure that y'all hit that like button. Because when you hit the like button with YouTube, you know, it lets the video get out. Because, you know, they don't like to send out notifications half of the time anyway. Stan Swoosh, what's happening with it? Let's talk about it. It's shit going down. It's shit going down. We're going to talk about it today. Man. Loyal to the game, what's good with it? My man Ralph, what's happening with it? Yeah, Ralph. He say Billy Ho is straight, bitch. He said he don't want that ass whooping, man. We gonna get into it. We gonna break it down, and you know we gonna talk about what's really going on. Loyal to the game, boxing talk. What's happening with it? He say, I can't see. He says, can't see me in no department. Speed, power, chin, heart, and nuts. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. That hey, Shannon Briggs. Chill. Yeah, let's go, champ. Hey, yeah, it's a whole bunch of shit going down. It is a whole bunch of shit going down. We're gonna talk about it. And like I said, make sure that y'all hitting that like button when you come in the building and jump in the comments. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, because I before I even get into this whole Billy Joe and Canelo situation, I'm gonna go ahead and I want to talk about yesterday, because yesterday I didn't really get a chance to get into the main two topics I wanted to talk about yesterday. You know, one of the main topic I want to touch on real quick is this Felix Verdejo shit. You know, I mean, as most of y'all probably know, Felix Verdejo, man, he getting charged for capital murder. You know, they saying that he getting charged with the murder of his girlfriend, and I think it's his unborn child. Let me see. And here's all the charges that he getting charged with. So Felix Verdejo, he getting charged with kidnapping and result of death, carjacking and result of death, intentionally killing his unborn child, and they saying that if he get convicted of this shit, he eligible for the death penalty. Now, so if you read these charges, and I'm looking at these charges, and I'm like, so how you get a carjacking charge? So he jacked the car, fled. I don't know. I don't know the story behind it, but what they trying to say is that, man, like he pulled a carjacking on her. He took her for hostage. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like, you know what I'm saying, he took her for hostage, and you know, he kidnapped her and then ended up killing her. And if this shit is true, this is crazy, man. It's crazy, because it's been quite a few boxers that's done shit like this, you know, that then got accused of killing they you know, baby mamas and shit. And it make you wonder, you know what I'm saying? They don't be right in the head, man. They don't be right in the head. Marcus Hayes, what's happening with it? So I can't assume, because I don't know the story behind this, but it sounds crazy. Raymond said he a coward. Well, like I said, man, we can't come on here and assume, because we can't just convict this man without knowing the ins of the outs and the outs of the ends of the story. But it's crazy. Sounded, you know what I'm saying? It's hella crazy. It's like it's shocking to hear it, because we just seen this man fight. We just seen him fight Nakatani. Shit, he took a lot of blows in that Nakatani fight. He took a lot of blows, you know, in that Nakatani fight. And seriously, you just don't never know, you know, the brain damage that these fighters is taking. For somebody to spaz out like that. I don't know the situation. Like I said, I'm not even saying that he did it. I'm not saying that he didn't do it. I don't know. Does anybody, you know, anybody in the chat, do any of y'all know, does he have a history of this? Like, does he have an extensive history of like abuse, you know, anything like that? I don't know. Like I said, I haven't read all the way into it, but I know that the charges that they charging him with is crazy. You know what I'm saying? These some serious charges, and it's crazy. What's good with it, money?
What's going down, bro? Over chilling.
Yeah, man. Just touching on, you know, touch on them quick topics that we missed yesterday. And like I said, man, this Felix Verdejo shit is crazy, man. Did you see all the charges that they're charging him with?
I didn't see all the charges, but I read some you know, what he's supposed to do to her and shit.
Yeah, so well, they charging him with kidnapping and result of death, carjacking and resulting to death, intentionally killing his unborn child, and they saying that he could receive the death penalty if convicted.
Yeah,
Now,
I did see him. Yeah.
yeah, that's a lot of charges, dog. So they saying that. So I'm trying to put it together like a carjacking, right? So did he hold her at gunpoint? And like I'm trying to put that together because the carjacking kind of threw me off. Like the kidnapping, okay, I can see how he could cut, but like how did the carjacking get in there? I'm trying to like put this shit together.
Was it her car that they was in? You know what I'm saying? Was it her car that they was in?
Or could it been could it he had stole a car to, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but
no,
it's
I'm
crazy.
saying was it her car? Like was they in her car when he did all that shit?
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. And what I was asking before you came on is, does he have a history of like abuse and shit like that, like doing crazy shit like this? I don't know. We can't charge him. I'm not a juror, right? I'm not a judge. We can't charge him, but allegedly this is what he's been charged with. So I'm not saying that he did it or he didn't do it. It's crazy though. My man Ralph, he said FBI took over the case, not the Puerto Rico authorities. So yeah, that's serious. When the FBI come and, you know what I'm saying, take over that shit. Yeah, they must got some stone cold evidence. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard he supposed to have an accomplishment that snitched on his ass.
A cop snitched on him?
Accomplishment, like somebody that was with him.
Oh, I thought you said a cop.
He supposed to have somebody with him. They supposed to snitched on his ass. Told the story and shit. What supposed to happen? Like crazy.
That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. And what I was saying is, I was like, man, he early, like, he don't have a lot of fights, but he's taking a lot of punishment. We seen the last fight that he was in with Nakatani, he took a lot of blows, dog. Now, that motherfucker took a lot of blows to the head. So a lot of these fighters, you know, boxing has a history of seeing fighters do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, y'all, we can't accuse this man of nothing. I'm just saying, talking about allegedly what happened. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not in here to say this man is this and that. And now, if he did do this shit, yeah, he a ho. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he did it. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know. But boxers have a history. Look at Edwin Valero. Look at what happened with what's his name? Arturo Gotti, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's been a lot of boxers have a history, and you know, and a lot of these athletes, when they do crazy shit like this, when they take a look at their brain, they'll show like they got severe brain damage. They fucked up in the head, dog. You know what I'm saying? My man Ralph says his partner snitched on him. He didn't want his wife to find out about the baby. Damn, so you said this was his girlfriend, and so this was his girlfriend or his girlfriend, and he had a wife. So this was his side bride, and he had a wife, and he didn't want the wife to find out about the baby. Like, bro, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, life goes on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not saying he did it, but we just got to talk about what allegedly, you know what I'm saying? Because we know how shit is, dog. Money. You guilty until proven innocent. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But
But he put himself in that damn situation.
Right. And you put yourself in that situation, right? You have to man up, bro. You got to man up. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You got to man up. You ain't like, why would you go to that extent? You know what I'm saying? Man up. Like, the most she gonna be hurt about it, and you gonna have, you know what I'm saying, you might get a divorce, you might have to come out of pocket, but other than that, bro, life live on. But that shows like a man that would do some shit like that, like some Ray Caruth shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of y'all, some of y'all, well, most of everybody in here, you know what I'm saying, of age. So most of y'all, but it might some people that's gonna come on and watch this video later. You know what I'm saying? We all family in here, so y'all all know what I'm talking about. But for those who don't know, Ray Caruth, back in when did that happen? Like 99, 98, 97. The football player went through the same situation. You know what I'm saying? He had a baby by this woman, didn't want to have a baby, and he ended up killing the woman, right? They thought that he killed the baby. The baby ended up surviving, and the baby is, you know, he grown now. There ain't no baby. He a grown man now, but he fucked up. You know, he fucked up. He has I don't want to say retarded. You know what I'm saying? We don't use that word, but what word would you use?
For so
Ray Caruth's son. I'm not gonna call him because you know, back when we was growing up, we used to say retarded, but we don't want to use that word. What word would you use?
Disabled problem.
Yeah, disabled. He's disabled. You know, he's mentally disabled. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's mentally disabled. And so, you know, and he grew up without a father. Father was in prison. The dad, he did what? I think he damn near did like 25. He out now though.
Yeah, he just got out recently too, right?
Yeah, he just got out a few years ago. He out now. Stan Swoosh. He said he 28 and know about the Ray Caruth situation. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. Ray Haas says he panicked. Things would have settled down. The baby and all adults would have normalized and would have been happy. But that ain't no fucking excuse, dog. That ain't no panic. When you do go to that extent, dog, you doing that shit and you planned that shit out. That's some shit that you didn't thought about in your head and plotted out already. You dig what I'm saying? That shit crazy, man. Ralph says it was a side chick. He did want to get rid of the baby. She did want to get rid of the baby. You know what I'm saying? She did want to get rid of the baby. And like I said,
right, that's her right. Like he can't tell that woman what to do with the body. His ass should have been scrapping up or pulling that motherfucker out. You know what I mean?
Right, money. Like you can ask, and if they don't want to, like you just gotta man up, bro. You gotta man up and you gotta take responsibility, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's just that, like I said, man, you could be a boxer, you could be looked at on the outside as the toughest man, the toughest woman in the world. But a lot of these motherfuckers is weak, dog. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these motherfuckers is just weak. You feel me? That's just what it is. Shady girl, what's happening with it? Queen. She say his wife was involved with it. She was cool with the side chick. Check out Conor Loco Sports. He knows the whole situation. Damn, this shit getting deep. I sure gotta check out Conor Loco. I follow him too. I haven't seen the video, but I do follow him. Yeah, that shit crazy, dog. I don't know, man. Cleo Floyd said something always been off with Verdejo, man. He ruined it. He done. What's good with it, Sylvester 2011? Yeah, man. He was never, I don't know, man. Like he was Felix Verdejo, if y'all remember, man, he was supposed to be the next Felix Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be the next big thing. And he, first of all, remember he came and he fucked himself up with that motorcycle accident, gave him a setback, and then when he came back, he wasn't the same. It's just been a whole bunch of shit with him. But it ain't no excuse for that if the alleged story that we hear in these stories that he's been charged with is true. But, you know, we'll find out. Cleo Floyd said he been with the side chick for 7 years, dog. He said wife already knew about her. Don't make it don't make a bad situation worse. Yeah, so that's another thing, dog. So if the wife knew about this situation, right? What the fuck is you doing, dog? Really, what is you doing? Go get your bag and have a motherfucking a goddamn happy family, all three of y'all. I don't know, man. If it's that serious, the wife already knew about it. Cleo Floyd said, "Boy was working Nakatani and got caught late. He could be getting ready to fight Loma. It's not over." Shake, man, his career wasn't nowhere near over, dog. Man, damn. Ralph said he knew the side chick since middle school. I'm gonna have to read up on this story, dog. What's your take on this, Money?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fucked up situation. You know what I mean, like me seeing my fucking little niece get murdered by her baby father. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a shit a touchy situation to me. So, but like I say, we all know, you know, in a situation like this, and by being his wife and things of that nature, he trying to choose her over her and shit. But you put yourself in a fucked up position by going out there murdering that woman, bro. You could have easily, you know, all right, just separate yourself. Like y'all saying, he been knowing this woman for years and years, and you've been fucking and dealing with this woman for years and years and years, right? You think you're not gonna get her pregnant, doing what the fuck you doing, having sex every fucking night or however long it is, right? And nothing in a woman doing all that, like shit ain't gonna happen, you know. So you must feel like he just had her under control and things of that nature. Because word on the curb, you know, he used to disrespect a woman, just treat her like anything and all that shit. But you know, them type of women, they be in love with motherfuckers like him. You know, they be in love with, especially that long. You know, like they be having them type of relationships where they you know just feel like, you know, whatever the situation is, dog. But they don't want to let them go. You know I'm saying, they don't want to let them go. And for her, that baby was, you know, probably everything to her to keep his ass around and this and that, and he on some other type of shit. But you know, it don't give you the right to take nobody's life, bro. Right. And the way you took the woman's life, not just her life, the baby life as well. You know what I'm saying? Then the way you took the woman's life just gruesome and fucked up like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just you make motherfuckers say, you know, chop your motherfucking head off and feed you to the fishes. But you know, like we say, man, we'll see how it go in the courtroom. It's just a fucked up situation overall. A fucked up situation overall, bro. Like you got somebody out there snitching on his ass, telling what's happening. If y'all saying the wife got something to do with it, and they connect her ass, and they finna take her kids away, she gonna come out and tell the truth. So everything gonna come out and hit the fan. But just for him, bro, like you say, we don't know what the fuck going on in his head. Just like Evan Valero, just like fucking Vivian Obanoff, I can't pronounce her last name right, how she killed her husband. So it ain't just a man, you know what I'm saying? So it's some shit that's going on in the boxing game, whether they fucking around with shit that's fucking with their brain, or like you say, Key, they take too many motherfucking blows to the head, fuck them up, or they just a bitch ass motherfuckers and doing some weak ass shit, you know what I mean? Just weak minded and, you know, thinking that they're above certain shit and they gonna get away with certain shit and, you know, it come back on them. Aaron Hernandez, look how the shit came back on him. So sometimes you can feel like you're above the law and think money gonna get you out of every situation, you know? Or you just feel like a motherfucker on a lower level and ain't nobody worried about that person until your ass do the shit and you find out that nigga you ain't above the law your motherfucking self. So it's a fucked up situation overall, man. I feel for the young lady and the baby and her family. You know, she was pretty, so you know they love the woman, and it's a fucked up situation. And like I say, you get caught, you do the crime, you do the time. I ain't the motherfucker that got the last say so. God got the last say so. So we'll see what happened in the courtroom and shit like that. But more than likely, it look like his ass gonna be found guilty just from the a blind eye looking in. You know, it ain't nobody else that's gonna do this shit to that woman. Ain't nobody else involved to do some shit like that. Even if you pay the motherfucker to do it, you still, you know, the main source behind the shit. So it ain't nobody else leading up to some shit like that but him. Just common sense, you know what I'm saying? You did the shit, you got your ass caught, now it's time for yours to deal with the consequences, whatever they is, however harsh they is, you know what I'm saying?
Right, man. I agree. Knock out. I got you. I dropped
yourself out of his family life. You know what I mean? Now your child gonna grow up without a motherfucking father. So, you know, he gonna reap what he sow.
Right. And y'all hit the like button. If y'all haven't hit the like button, make sure that y'all hit the like button. And knockout. I dropped the link for you. I got you. We on the time limit though, so you know. Hold on. That link I'm dropping, that's for knockout. So you go ahead and grab that link, knockout. But yeah, man, it's a crazy situation, dog. I'm hoping he didn't do it, but I mean, you know, from what I'm reading, Alexander Jackman say Verdejo was forced to marry his wife by her father because he got her pregnant. The wife's father is also a big deal in Puerto Rico and told Verdejo to get rid of the girlfriend. this shit sounded like some. This shit sounded like crazy because you know, man. I go to bed at night, man, and I be watching the murder stories, so I hear shit like this all the time. And this gonna be a documentary for sure. This crazy, though, man. Crazy, dog. Man. So we gonna cook on that more. You know, I gotta go read up on that. I'm pretty sure Money he want to read up on it some more because it sounds like that some of y'all like really know the ins and the outs of the story. You know. I just knew the fucking outside surface of what he got charged with. I didn't know all of that. So y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all helping me out. Y'all telling me shit I didn't know about the story. Crazy. But Money, man, let's go ahead and cook on. We didn't get to cook on Andy Ruiz, dog. You know, before we get into Canelo, I want to cook on Andy Ruiz, dog. This weekend, man, you know, they called Andy Ruiz the new Andy Ruiz, right? That was they, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even say Andy Ruiz Jr. They said the new Andy Ruiz, right? So he looked new, you know what I'm saying? As far as his outer appearance, lost the gang of weight. He lost over 50-something pounds. So everybody was, you know, shit. Everybody wanted to see what the new Andy Ruiz was gonna be looking like. You feel me? I was looking forward to seeing it, right? I already talked about the pay-per-view card overall yesterday. We cooked on that. No hell of a pay-per-view card, right? And it was a hell of a main event. You feel me? Hell of a main event. And Chris Areola, right? I think everybody kind of looked over Chris Areola, right? Because everybody was so focused on Andy Ruiz. He's lost so much weight. We never seen him look like this. He's great. He looking great. We think he gonna destroy Chris, right? And myself too, right? We all got caught up in that. But what we didn't look at Chris Areola. Chris Areola, he came in the lightest that he had been since 2006. Motherfucking Chris Areola was in tip-top shape, right? Tip-top condition. We know that Chris Areola, he's had the same type of problems in his career like Andy Ruiz. Maybe not to that extent, but we know Chris Areola, and he said it himself, like, you know, his main problem was that he couldn't stay focused. He couldn't stay disciplined, right? I'm not going to say focused. He couldn't stay disciplined and stay in shape, right? So he would come into some fights fat and out of shape. So they both kind of had the same, you know, background story. But we looked over, you know what I'm saying? I think that we looked over Chris Areola talking so much about Andy Ruiz and really didn't give him his shine for the shape that he was coming in the fight. So anyway, man, Chris Areola, dog, and he hurt. You know what I'm saying? He hurt Andy Ruiz early on in that fight, dog. What was it, like the first round when he dropped him? Second round. Second round when he dropped him. And I noticed that Chris Areola was timing Andy Ruiz, right? He was timing him. Chris Areola, he was using his jab, right? First, he started off using a real good stiff jab. And Andy Ruiz throws wide, he tends to throw wide hooks and shit, right? And Chris Areola was timing him, right? He was coming over his shit and timing him when Andy Ruiz would try to come in, and he hurt him, dog. He hurt him. But Andy Ruiz showed that he is resilient and that he's very tough. Because if you notice, when you hurt Andy Ruiz, right, he comes back stronger. He got that Mexican, when we talk about that Mexican blood and that, he got that shit in him, because when you hurt him, he not looking to fold. You dig what I'm saying? When you hurt Andy Ruiz, he's not looking to curl up in a ball and fold, and he looking to get his get back. So, you know, he was hurt several times, but he never stopped coming. He never stopped coming. And Andy Ruiz, I think that, you know, you could see the ring rust, because as the fight went on, he started more. So, you know, he was winning. He was beating Chris Areola, you know, clearly. And Andy Ruiz, man, his fucking hand speed was the difference to me. Chris Areola, once Andrew Ruiz got into his zone, you know what I'm saying, to where he got warmed up and comfortable, and Chris Areola, to me, he slowed down. You know what I'm saying? Chris Areola slowed down, and he kind of started waiting on Andrew Ruiz, right? He was letting Andrew Ruiz basically press the action, and he was waiting on Andrew Ruiz, right? And you can't do that with Andy because his hands is too fucking fast. And I think that was the ultimate factor is when Andrew Ruiz really got in his zone, Chris didn't have no answer for the hand speed, dog. Like, Andrew Ruiz, he got hand speed like a motherfucking welterweight damn near. You know what I'm saying? That big motherfucker got some hand speed on him, dog. And, you know, I mean, it was a good fight, action-packed fight. But to me, I think that Andrew Ruiz did clearly win. Now, the judges is what made it look bad, right? Because I think two of the judges only gave Chris Areola 1 round. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, how you gonna get this man? And I'm talking about by like 1 round, one point round. Like, this man had a knockdown and hurt Andrew Ruiz on probably like what, 3, 4 different occasions hurt him. So man, for them to give him only 1 round, it looked like that the judges already had their scorecards written up. You know what I'm saying? They just already had their shit written up. But you know, it was a good fight. It was a great action-packed fight, man. I enjoyed watching it. Andrew Ruiz did clearly win, but I'm gonna let y'all know I'm right now, and now I'm gonna let y'all cook. Man, that Deontay Wilder shit, right? That y'all was talking about Andrew Ruiz would beat the shit out of Wilder. Y'all tripping. Deontay Wilder will put that dude in the coma. Deontay Wilder will put Andy Ruiz in the coma, right? Y'all tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all look at that Tyson Fury shit and y'all don't let that shit fool you. Deontay Wilder would kill that man, straight up. Andrew Ruiz don't have nothing for him. Deontay Wilder would be in another room. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder would be in the fucking living room, hitting Andrew Ruiz fucking all the way in the kitchen when that motherfucker trying to come in. Like, don't do that. If they ever put him in the ring with Wilder, it's gonna be an ugly night. It's gonna be real ugly, motherfucking real ugly. But yeah, one of y'all can cook on this, and then, you know, whoever want to cook, y'all can cook. And what's good? Let me introduce my bad knockout boxing 86 TV in the building with us. What's happening with you?
Man, what's up with y'all, man? I miss y'all, bro. I've been busy.
Where you been at, dog?
Knockout,
man,
down, Brody.
What up, bro? Man, I've been around, you know, making my videos, trying to catch in the street.
I see you putting in that work.
But shit, man, long story short, the wife had surgery, so she been down for about a month, and I've been shit. I bless her, man, because all the work that she do, having to do what she normally do, bro, this shit been crazy, bro. I've been ripping and running like crazy, but I got a little bit more time now, so it's everything.
Yeah. Fast recovery to the wife, man.
I appreciate that, bro. But just on what you was talking about, man, and salute to the whole chat too. Just what you was talking about, man. I watched that fight. You know, I'm still tuned in, and it was a good fight. I felt like Ruiz dictated the tempo of the fight, and he won the fight. I actually don't have a problem with him giving. I mean, Areola maybe round 2 and round 3 because he got the knockdown in round 2 and hurt him multiple times in that same round. And then when they came back to round 3, Areola did catch him with a right hand again. So those are the 2 rounds that I would say, you know, if you wanted to give him rounds, then you give him those rounds. But Andy Ruiz, you know, he looked okay for his first fight back. He hadn't fought since 2019. I saw some stuff from him that I hadn't seen. You know, from his fights, he was leading a lot. He was actually walking down Areola damn near the whole fight, kind of similar to what we saw Canelo do with that jab to the body, and that I hadn't seen him do. And he's normally like a counter puncher that used that hand speed, and his right hand left hook combination kind of led the way the whole night. So he did what he had to do, man. I want to see how he looks in his second fight with Eddie Reynoso, and then the key for him too is gonna be his discipline outside the ring, bro. Natural talent, you know, the ability, just the natural ability, he has all of that. But with Andy Ruiz, it's gonna be what he does now. He deserves maybe like a week off, But if he balloons up in weight again, then I don't see him getting back to the top. He has a chance to maybe become champion again or maybe compete for a title again if he can stay disciplined with this newfound discipline that he's claiming that he has. So if he gets back in the gym, if he continues to work hard, if he keeps the weight off, I anticipate he could potentially be even better in his second fight. But kind of like you said, Key, I don't think he wants anything to do with Deontay Wilder right now. If Areola can time him and catch him with that right hand, I think Deontay Wilder can do similar to the same thing. Sit back, be patient. Ruiz, obviously being way short, is going to have to eventually come to Deontay Wilder for that action. And I can see Wilder catching him coming in with a right hand. And Areola hurt him. Wilder will sleep him, bro. He'd end up probably getting starched by Wilder, in my opinion, as well. So I agree with your assessment on that. But, Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua again, if that can happen, Ruiz versus Tyson Fury, stuff like that. I'd love to see those fights. I wouldn't knock him. He proved that he's still like a top 5, heavyweight. I don't think what he did to Joshua was a fluke. That hand speed is a problem. It's just that people that are thinking that he's just gonna go in there and make Deontay Wilder look bad. I think you should stop right there. I think Areola laid the blueprint perfectly. Like, he was patient. He just didn't have the skills, and he couldn't keep it up being 40 years old. But he came in great shape, and he was a game opponent. But if he can catch him with that right hand like that and time him like that, Andy Ruiz, he'll get caught by Deontay Wilder the same way. It'll just be a lot worse. So that's my thoughts on the fight. Just a good performance from him. He got the ring rushed off. I anticipate him to be better as long as he can stay in shape. The key for him is going to be getting back in the gym and not going back to bullshitting like he did after he got the belts from Anthony Joshua. If he keeps working hard, if he keeps the weight off, then he could be a problem in the heavyweight division because the hand speed is real, bro. But that's my thoughts on the fight, man.
And before Money take it over, man, I want to see Andrew Ruiz fight motherfucking Luis Ortiz. That's the fight.
Yeah,
he was supposed to. And if y'all remember, he was supposed to originally a while back, probably like a year ago or something. He was supposed to fight Luis Ortiz, right? But he didn't want to fight Luis Ortiz. He said that he wanted a warm-up fight. So you got your warm-up fight, Andy. You got your warm-up fight, and I'm not gonna call Chris Areola a warm-up fight because if y'all saw the fight, it definitely wasn't a warm-up fight. But you got your in-between fight. Now go fight Luis Ortiz. To me, that's the only fight for Andrew Ruiz right now. That's the smoke that I want to see him take. That's a great fight, great matchup. And everybody in the building, make sure that y'all hit my like button. Make sure that you hit the like button. Just for YouTube be tripping so they can get these videos out. And John Page, what's happening with you, Batman? What's good with it? He said we got us one Money Key. Yeah, Santiago versus Gary. Oh, he said Giovanni Santiago versus Gary Antoine Russell gonna be show. He said we're gonna show a. Oh shit! Okay, my man Batman just came in and he just announced that his brother Gary Antonio Russell is about to fight Giovanni Santiago, the same guy that fought AB. I thought he beat AB.
Antoine Russell, junior welterweight. Antoine Russell.
Oh, my bad. I don't know why I said Antonio. Yeah, Gary Antoine Russell. Yeah, Gary Antoine Russell is gonna be fighting Giovanni Santiago, and that is the same guy that fought. In my opinion, beat AB. He beat Adrian Brunner to me, right? I thought he should have got the win over Adrian Brunner, but he fought AB to a draw. I'm gonna love to see that. He said they gonna show AB how it's supposed to be done. But yeah, man, go ahead and cook on the Andy Ruiz situation, man. The fight, when Andy Ruiz and Chris Areola this weekend before we get on Canelo.
Yeah, one hell of a fight, man. One hell of a fight. Lived up to the expectation, in my opinion. So it was like I say, Chris Areola, whenever he's in shape and he taking boxing serious, he gonna give anybody a hard ass fight. I don't never remember seeing Chris, even when he was out of shape, he'd give it his all. He'd just end up breaking a fucking hand or having some type of injury to come through. You know what I mean? But every time he came in shape, he went out there and he did what he had to do, show up and show it out. And then even if he had an injury, his ass would be doing good to the injury. So I knew what it was going to be. When it was signed, sealed, and delivered, I just didn't think he was going to make it to 12 rounds. I thought something was going to happen. I thought Andy would have caught him and put him out. But other than that, man, it was a hell of a fight. Like like I said, Andy Ruiz coming off a 2-year layoff. I mean, getting there with a new trainer, trying to work on things. But you know, I'm not taking away from nothing away from Chris Areola. He dropped his ass in the second, hurt him in the third, and he damn sure won more than 2 fucking rounds. I don't give a damn what nobody say. You can't get Andy Ruiz no 10 damn rounds. And I like Andy, and it was a hell of a fight, and the right man won the fight. But man, don't sit up here and tell me no goddamn Chris Areola won no damn 2 rounds in that whole goddamn fight. That was bullshit. And that's what Keith was saying for us, the judges. You know, like even Chris said, I don't give a fuck about losing. I can take that as a man. But don't let me put in all this motherfucking hard work. You know what I'm saying? And you tell me I only won 2 motherfucking rounds. You know, it makes you say the fix was already in. And that's the shit that I hate saying. But at the end of the day,
you only had him winning 1 round.
Hey, it's just bullshit, bro. But at the end of the day, it was a hell of a fight, bro. One hell of a fight, one hell of a card. They went in there and they did what they had to do. You know, going into Cinco de Mayo, they left it all in the ring. You know, Andy Ruiz caught fire. You know, started getting his rhythm back and shit, making his ass miss a pay, and he was pushing the fight. Andy Ruiz was pushing the fight to where Chris, I was looking at him like he pacing himself, but he got the waiting a little bit too much and trying to catch him with a counter shot, because when he was going forward and being active, he was having success. But other than that, he was letting, you know, Andy push the pace. And like you said, Key, the hand speed, things of that nature was bothering his ass. You know, Andy, a little fast, little chubby motherfucker. So the speed was bothering him with Pop. He had Pop too, so it was throwing his ass off. It was throwing him off and shit like that. But when he grabbed his nuts and said, fuck it, come on, let's bang, he was having success. And then it was showing in the ring, you know. So he left it out in the ring, showed heart, showed determination and guts, and showed that him, even at 40 years of age, right? Even him being 40, if he put his motherfucking work in, he can go out there and hang with the big dogs. You know what I mean? Probably slip up and knock some motherfucker out. But nonetheless, he can hang with the big dogs and get him a few more checks, you know what I mean, to feed his family. So it was one hell of a fight. And for us, Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder, that's a hell of a fight. You know, Andy got things that can cause Wilder problems, for us the hand speed and things like that. But once Wilder line his ass up with that right hand, it'll be over. It'll be over, because you gotta walk into that motherfucker. And Andy, he got good hand speed, but he ain't got good head movement and working his way in to make a motherfucker miss every punch and make them pay. You know, but he gonna give anybody, as long as he in shape, he gonna give anybody at the top some problems in a few rounds. You know what I mean? But I just think Wilder is just too strong. Wilder's just too strong. And he know how to keep his distance, and he know how to line your ass up. And when Andy Ruiz, when Wilder line his ass up, you know, that'll be all she wrote. So he gonna have to try to make Wilder stay busy and active to try to stay on the inside and force his ass to fight like that. But Wilder being on the outside, being 6'8" with the longer reach, yeah, Andy, it'll get bad for him. But he will have some success, you know. But shouts out to him. Will Anthony Joshua give him the trilogy fight? Is yet to be seen. You know, he's looking like Alexander Usyk, if no Tyson Fury. So he got to work his way back to that trilogy fight, knowing how dangerous he is, and that he can beat Anthony Joshua and take them scraps off of him. They still want to make either AJ and Wilder or AJ and Fury. So Eddie Hearn gonna think about that shit. You know what I mean? Before he put Andy Ruiz back in the ring with him. I think AJ has to think twice about it as well. Not saying he's afraid of it, but you know, if you lose, you want to try to lose to one of them motherfuckers getting that big ass payday, than to lose to Andy Ruiz again, knowing, you know, you already lost to that motherfucker once, so to play mind games on. But one hell of a fight, man. One hell of a fight that I enjoyed. It was worth the $50. Let's see what both of them go from here.
Yeah, man, hell of a fight. Like I said, well, what you think about that Ortiz? Like me, I think I want to see him fight Luis Ortiz. What y'all think about that?
Another fight that's a hell of a fight with him and Ortiz, bro. You know, Ortiz ain't the tallest motherfucker, or he ain't got the longest reach, but you know, he do got that pop, and his ass is methodical with his punches. He don't like to waste punches. And Andy, with his output and his speed, you know, he can go in there and give Ortiz his problems. So that's one hell of a fight. It's a pick'em. It's a pick'em that I favor Luis Ortiz, because I like King Kong. I favor him, but I won't be too like hesitant to say that he gonna beat Andy Ruiz. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a hell of a fight, though. I like it. One of the, like, the winner can put themselves in position for a world championship shot. But I like the fight, bro. It's a hell of a fight.
Yeah, I agree. And salute to my man Matthew Valentine in the building, always showing love and support in that super chat. He say we should not be Andy Bomb Squad all diggity. He says I just want Wilder to keep grinding. Wilder finna fight Fury, so you know what I'm saying. Forget what they trying to feed y'all with the main. You know what I'm saying. What they call it? I think they call themselves old media, mainstream media, whatever they. Fuck what they trying to feed y'all. Wilder finna fight Fury. That fight finna go down, and you know it's crazy money because we was talking about I was talking about this fight last night, right? And if they could get the Wilder Fury 3 fight in Vegas, right? And if Vegas open up and they get that shit in the new Las Vegas Raiders Stadium, it's gonna break all records for gate fees. Because see, Dallas is one thing, but see, Dallas, you got to kind of lower the ticket price. Now, Vegas, I know about Vegas. Vegas, them motherfucking ticket prices be sky high. So now you can charge them sky high prices that you do if you fighting in the MGM or somewhere. And then you going to pack a stadium with 120,000 or however many it hold, because not only do you have all of America that's going to have their eyes on that shit, if shit is open and the UK can jump on that plane and fly by then, oh, they all flying out to that fight. So, you know, and so that shit is going to break records. I'm telling you. And remember I said that if it does happen in Vegas and if they do it in the Raiders Stadium like they originally wanted to do, it's going to be crazy.
Hell yeah. I'm saying, shouts out to my bro Bet. Was going down, Bet. Shayna was going down, Queen. But yeah, Bet, that's one hell of a fight for Gary Antoine, man. That's a hell of a fight, bro. Hell of a fight.
Yeah. You know, he gonna go out there and show AB out. Man, he go go out there and show AB out, man.
Gary Antoine, the truth, bro.
Oh yeah, he's the problem for real. Zenith 360, what's happening with it, man? What's good with you? Sheena Queen, what's happening with you, Queen? My man, World Combat Sports in the building. What's good with you, World Combat? What's happening with you, Scotty?
Scotty, what's going down, Scott?
Make sure that y'all go subscribe to my man, World Combat Sports. Make sure y'all go subscribe to World Combat Sports. He putting in that work.
As usual. Yeah.
Dubai talking about more money than Vegas. We don't care about no Dubai over here. You know what I'm saying? This is we in the US. We want to see the fight over here. Tyson Fury wants to have it in Vegas. He said that he don't want to fight nowhere but Vegas. And he said if he has to, he'll fight in LA, but nowhere but LA or Vegas. So it's what it is, man. But I mean, more power to them. If they willing to get him 200 mil, you know, 100 mil a piece or something in Dubai, hey, I'm all for it. You know, I'm all for it. But you know, that's the difference. Huh?
Just to add to your point right quick, Key, I know we got to move when we on the time limit, but good. Dallas is great for fighting, and the reason it's so much bigger in Vegas too, bro, that's where the high rollers coming. Because it, like, I love Dallas. It's my city. I'm from here, but Vegas is Sin City, bro. So all them high rollers, them gamblers, and them rich ass people, man, they gonna pay a premium for that shit, and that's gonna be a huge attraction. So not only can it seat just as much in that stadium as the Cowboy Stadium here, but it's gonna be high rollers there, whether it's a fight there or not. They already there to gamble, so they damn sure gonna go ahead and buy them tickets on top of everybody that's flying in, bro. Vegas is it's fight town, bro. No matter how big we do here in Dallas, that's always gonna be the capital, you know, for the big fights and shit. So I agree with you. If they make that shit happen in that new Raiders Stadium, that shit gonna break some records for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because them tickets, when they have big fights like that in Vegas, I be at them fights, and them motherfucking ticket prices be stupid high, especially for them wild, especially when it's a dude like Fury coming to fight Wilder, because all of them UK people come over, so they hike the prices up. Man, they had them tickets was 4,000 plus in the level, because you know how they got the floor level and then you got the level behind the floor. Them shits back there was 4,000 plus because they was just hiking the prices up. you know, because of the UK people, they gon' I don't know where them UK people be flying out getting that. They got a bag. Like they don't care what the prices is. They come out and they'll pay it, and they got it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. So let's move on, man. I don't know if did y'all have anything else to say about that situation? Okay. Man, I want to move on and talk about this whole Canelo Alvarez thing that's going on, man. This whole Canelo Alvarez and Billy Joe Saunders, you know. Now, one thing that I did notice, and y'all make sure that y'all hit the like button. If y'all haven't hit the like button yet, make sure that you smash on the like button. It don't take no time and don't cost you nothing to hit the like button, right? Show some support and hit that like button. One thing that I have noticed, y'all, is that Billy Joe, he's had a lot of excuses from the very beginning, right? He's had a whole lot of excuses from the very beginning, right? He's said everything in the book, right? A lot of excuses he's making from the very beginning, right? But I'm like, I ain't really paying attention to it because I'm like, at the end of the day, you gotta still get in the ring. But I had said before, right? And I'm on record saying this on the show. I said that Billy Joe Saunders, right? To me, I said all of the excuses that he was making before, I said, to me, he's already lost the battle. He's lost the fight because he was using words from the very beginning. And I talked about it. I said he was using words like, you know, well, if he beats me, you know, if he knocks me out, just make sure it's a fair fight. I don't want the judges to, you know, do this and that. If. And to me, if you're going into a big fight like this and you're a champion and you got all of the confidence in yourself in the world, you're not using words like if I lose or if he knocks me out. So that was a red flag to me because he was using those words like you don't hear Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence or Canelo ever say, well, you know, I'm going in this fight and if I lose, I just wanted it to be fair, or if he knocks me out. You don't see those fighters saying that. Like they don't have in their head if I lose. Like that's not even a thought in their mind that is possible for them to lose. So they don't say that. So that was a red flag for me in the beginning, right? And I had talked about that before. Now Billy Joe, he's coming out, right? And he's saying his father and that his whole camp is saying that the fight is off, right? And I'm gonna explain what's going on to y'all. They're saying that first, you know, they were complaining about Canelo gloves, saying that Canelo uses a certain type of hand wraps. You know, he try to wrap his hands so he could get an advantage, right? So they said that once fight night comes, if they already have their hands, if Canelo already has his hands wrapped before his people get in the dressing room and watch him wrap his hands, they said they're going to call the fight off right then. So that's what they had said before, right? This was yesterday, right? Now they come today and they said that they had agreed verbally, right? It wasn't in no contract. So it wasn't in the contract that they had verbally agreed that they would fight in a 24 in the 24-foot ring, right? A 24-foot ring. They would fight in the ring that Billy Joe Saunders wanted to fight in because Canelo was getting everything else in his favor. So they was going to let Billy Joe, this is what Billy Joe people said, that they were going to let him choose the ring side. He wants to fight in the 24-foot ring. That way, you know, he wants to be able to move around, right? He wants to be able to move around and use his legs. And he thinks that that's going to benefit him because everybody thinks that Canelo has a problem fighting boxers that can move, that have good movement and that can box. So he want to be in the 24-foot ring, right? They said Canelo, right, said that they was going to use an 18-foot ring, right? An 18-foot ring. Now, an 18-foot ring, that's hella small. That's a ring that you spar in when you ain't got nowhere to go, when your opponent, they can't move, right? That's a fucking a ring where you go in and you're gonna bang it out, right? That's a slugger's ring, we call it. We call that a slugger's ring, an 18-foot ring, right? And so they was going back and forth with that. Then Canelo said, okay, bet. I'll do a 20-foot ring. I'll do a 20-foot ring. I'll do 20-foot ring, right? We can do a 20-foot ring, and that's it. That's it. So Billy Joe Saunders and them, they're saying we're not boxing in no 20-foot ring. 22 is the lowest we'll go. We'll agree to 22, right? Now they're saying that Canelo already had, they're saying that they think that Canelo already had basically planned to put them in the 20-foot ring anyway. They just used the 18, right? So they could bargain. So when they knew that Billy Joe and them was gonna say, oh fuck no, we not fighting in no 18-foot ring. So they used that as leverage. So then they could come back and be like, okay, cool. Y'all don't gotta fight in the 18-foot ring. We'll do it in the 20-foot ring, right? So he's saying that they think that they already had that shit planned, right? So now they like, we not budge. Canelo and his team is like, we not budging off of no 20-foot ring. I mean, off of the 20-foot ring. That's as far as we going, right? That's as far as we going. Billy Joe, they wanted a 24-inch ring, but now he's saying that we're not moving off 22. 22 is the lowest we gonna go, right? Yeah, Zenith 360. Yeah, that's what I just said. Canelo said that they're gonna fight in the 20-foot ring, right? Billy Joe Saunders, first Canelo said an 18-foot ring, right? So they negotiated, right? And Canelo's team, they went to 20 feet. They wouldn't budge off of 20 feet, right? But Billy Joe Saunders, they originally wanted a 24-foot ring. They trying to say that Canelo and his team agreed to fight in the 24-foot ring, right? So when they tried to negotiate it, they said, okay, we'll negotiate down to a 22-foot ring. And Canelo team is saying, no, we sticking with 20. We're not going no bigger than 20. That's it. So now Canelo and his team told Billy Joe Saunders and them, right? You either going to accept the 20-foot ring or you could buy your ticket back to the UK, right? You could go and do whatever the fuck you want to do because we're not budging off of this 20-foot ring. So they complaining about it. They saying, well, if that's the case, right, we're out. We ain't fighting Canelo because this is what his dad was saying. His dad said, it's no way I can let my son get in there and fight Canelo in the 20-foot ring. They said, my son needs to be able to move around because that's what he does. They said it takes every advantage that my son has fighting Canelo if you stick him in a 20-foot ring where he has nowhere to move. So essentially, they're saying like he wants they already gave up their fighting plan, right? They're gonna try to fight on the outside and move and stick and move, right? So that's like they want a big ring. Now, a 20-foot ring to a 24-foot ring, that's a big difference, right? A 24-foot ring is a boxer's ring. Like that's a ring where you can display your footwork. You got a lot of room to move around. You can fight on the outside, and you have a lot of escapability. You have a lot of escapability in a 24-foot ring, but you don't in a 20-foot ring, right? So 22-foot ring, you still have some escapability, right? You can still move around, right? But and I know it sounds petty, but then when you go to 20-foot ring, that's a slugger's ring, dog. And Billy Joe dad is like, my son is not gonna get in there and fight him in no small ring like that. We're not gonna get in there and fight Canelo Alvarez, put my son in danger in a small ring. But see, that shit looks real bad. It looked real bad, and I'm gonna continue to cook, and then I'm gonna pass it off and let my man's cook on this, right? But it looks like that you're making a whole bunch of excuses. But on the other end, right? On the other end, if you agree, right, on, I don't know. This is what they're saying. They're saying that they had a verbal agreement that Billy Joe Saunders could choose the 24-inch ring, right? The 24-foot ring, right? They had a verbal agreement. That's what they agreed on. They said they didn't have it in writing, but that's what they agreed on verbally because everything else was in Canelo's favor, right? So if they had a verbal agreement, right, Billy Joe and his people were saying like it's about the principle. If you give us our word, if you give us a word, you're supposed to stick to that. You don't change shit at the last minute, right? So if that's the case, if they agreed on it, he does have a point. You know, I'm gonna look at this from both sides. If he agreed on it, he does have a point. And Canelo does have a long track history of doing things like this. You know, switching weights. You know, other fighters have complained about, you know, he chooses the ring size to be small and shit like that. You know, we know when Canelo was at 154 pounds, well, everybody else had to make the 154-pound limit, but Canelo, you know, he could fight at 155, 155.5, you know, all of that. So that was a big thing that people complain about. Like, he petty. Like, any little fucking advantage, you know, he wants to use on you. So Canelo does have a track history of being real petty and trying to use any advantage over you, right? But at the end of the day, you knew what you was going into. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you wanted a 24-inch ring, Billy Joe Saunders, right? You saying that y'all had a verbal agreement. Boxing don't work like that. Boxing doesn't work like, okay, we just gonna take your word for it. If that was the case, you knew good and fucking well that you should have got that in writing. It's not in writing. You don't have a case. Now they're talking about, oh, well, we're gonna get up and we're not going to fight. The fight's off. If they're not going to agree to at least do it in a 22-inch ring, right? Because now they were supposed to negotiate. If they're not going to agree to at least do a 22-foot ring, right? We're leaving. We're going to pack our bags and we're going back to the UK, right? And his dad is saying, look, Canelo already has a backup. Something he was like, Canelo gonna give the fans a backup opponent that's gonna be a bum. His dad and them trying to say that Canelo is trying to get an advantage because he's afraid to fight Billy Joe on the even playing field. This is what they're saying. They're saying that Canelo wants an easy fight. They're saying that he wants to be in there and have a walkthrough. Basically, he just wants to do a walkthrough. Go in there and be able to beat the shit out of somebody, make it, have an easy fight, get a big, huge payday, and go on about his way, right? That's what they're saying. They're saying that's the reason that Canelo is trying to have all of these advantages, because they're saying that Billy Joe is a real threat to him because the way that he can box and move, and Canelo doesn't want to fight a fighter of Billy Joe's caliber. They said that Canelo was expecting Billy Joe to come in out of shape, and once they seen that Billy Joe was real about his shit, that he was on his A game, that he was in shape, then they started like doing petty shit and trying to change things around. But like I said, at the end of the day, this looks bad on Billy Joe Saunders, right? And like I said, we all know that Canelo has a history of doing petty things like this, right? But it looked bad on Billy Joe Saunders because of the simple fact is that he was making excuses as soon as the fight got announced. He was making excuses. You feel what I'm saying? He was making every excuse in the book as soon as the fight got announced. So first you talking about, oh, well, he's a PED user, right? He's on steroids and this and that. Well, you got popped for PEDs too, right? So if that's the case, y'all on the even playing field right there, right? Then you come out and you say, well, they're not letting no British media come out. I won't, like, it's fucked up because none of the British media can go to the fight. You know what I'm saying? Well, that ain't Canelo's fault. You know what I'm saying? Because of the British media, that's because of you guys' flight restrictions, right? So that was a problem, right? Then what else did he say? Then it was like I don't know, but he
complained about the judges. He complained about the judges too.
Yep, you're right. The judges. Then he said, why can't there be any British judges, right? The judges are all, in Canelo's favor. We can't have no British judges, right? That was another excuse, right? And then he comes recently. Well, Canelo, he wraps his hands a certain way. You know what I'm saying? He don't wrap his hands right. He has an advantage the way he wrap his hands. So if we don't get to stand over him and see him if his hands are already wrapped by the time we get there, we calling off the fight. Now, that shit sounds ridiculous because as we all know, you have to have, in big fights like this, you have your trainer or somebody from your team watch them do it anyway. So that's just normal protocol. Like, that man ain't gonna fucking have his gloves on and his hands wrapped already without nobody watching him. So what is you talking about? And then this thing about the ring, like I said, the ring can give Canelo a big advantage. But my whole thing, and I'm gonna pass it off, is, dog, you can't talk about, oh, well, that was a verbal agreement. Don't nobody know if y'all agreed to that shit. Nobody knows if y'all agreed to that bullshit or not. You could just be fucking saying that. And we all know that y'all whole team, including Tyson Fury, y'all have a history of fucking lying anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know that shit. Why didn't you put it in writing? Why would you the biggest fight of your career? Why wouldn't you have in the contract the size of the ring that you guys agreed upon? What fucking sense does that make? So you just looking bad. And like I said a long time ago, he didn't have a chance of winning this fight from the start. He just didn't. You know what I'm saying? He never did because of the way that he was talking. He already had "if I lose" in his brain. He was already speaking it into existence. Well, if I lose, if he knocks me out. You don't say shit like that. And I just, but as far as the fight being off, they saying that the fight is off, that they gonna fly out. You can't do that because I'm gonna tell y'all what happens, right? With nothing, with him having nothing in paper, right? Because Canelo don't have to budge on shit, right? With him having nothing on paper, dog. If he leaves, right, and leaves this event and gets on his fucking plane and refuses to fight Canelo, right? In a big ass event like this, right? He knows, just like everybody else knows around him, he'll never box again. His career is done with. They'll hit him with a fucking lawsuit so goddamn big, he'll be boxing for free if he do. He can't do it. He's bluffing. To me, he's bluffing. They're trying to, use any type of tactics to get the size ring that they want. He's bluffing. He know that he can't get his way out of this fight without serious consequences happening. And Canelo said he wasn't worried about it. Canelo spoke on it, and he said, "I'm not worried about it." He was like, "I don't give a fuck about the ring." Canelo said he don't give a fuck about the ring. He don't care about none of that shit. He says that the fight will happen. He says Billy Joe knows that he has to get in the ring and fight me. So he says whatever he's saying, he don't care about that. He was cool, calm. Canelo was cool and calm and collect. He wasn't worried about the shit because he know at the end of the day, dog, it is what it is. We getting in the ring, in the size ring that I said we getting in, and I'm getting a payday. If you dip out, I'm still gonna get paid, and you gonna probably have to pay me out of your fucking pocket for the rest of your life if you dip. So that's just how it is. But you could look at it from two sides. But if Billy Joe hadn't came out from the very beginning making excuses, well, then we might be able to look at it this in his favor, but you can't. And he skipped out on the face-off today. Like they were supposed to have a face-to-face press conference meeting today. He skipped out on that shit. He didn't even show up. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna get fined for that. But I'm gonna pass it off. Whoever want to cook, y'all can cook. The floor is open. Go ahead, y'all.
You can go ahead, Money. Well, I'll go ahead and go.
Yeah, Money gone.
So yeah, bro, like, man, I got so much on this, bro. So I agree with a lot of what you said, and then I got a different angle on it too. So first, let me get Billy Joe out the way, bro. It's like the boy that cried wolf, exactly like what you're saying. Like the ring thing, I think is actually a legitimate claim. I think it makes sense. It'd be an unfair advantage, you know, for Canelo if it's small down to 18 like that. So that's a legitimate complaint. But what you do is you put yourself in a situation where when you complain about shit that you shouldn't be complaining about, now we kind of don't even hear you when you get to one that's actually a valid complaint. Like if you got the mindset that you're going there to beat somebody ass, you legitimately like don't give a damn who the judges are, because I'm gonna beat your ass so bad, bro. It ain't gonna matter who judging the fight. Somebody blind could judge this fight because I'm coming in here to whoop your ass. So that shit he should have never said. Complaining about one that you didn't mention, he even complained about Billy Joe did. He complained about Canelo already negotiating with Caleb Plant. That's some shit that he shouldn't care about either. Like, bro, like if you gonna beat his ass, if you got your mind on right and you feel like you finna go on there and mop him, shit, Caleb Plant ain't gonna have no choice but to negotiate with me because I'm finna beat the dog shit out of Canelo Alvarez. So he just been complaining, and like you said, bro, and I've spoken on this too on videos that I've made. He's been acting like he's gonna lose. He got me already. Right. Before I even do a prediction video and even break down their styles and their advantages and shit, the way that he talking and the way that his mind seemed to be, I don't think he has any shot unless his mindset changed between now and Saturday, bro. He has no shot going in there because he already got a defeatist attitude and he already acting like he getting defeated, bro. So that's my shit on Billy Joe. I agree with you. He been complaining too much. Although this is a valid complaint, it's one that falls on deaf ears for a lot of people because you've been complaining about shit that you shouldn't have been complaining about since this fight got made. So you can miss me with that bullshit. As far as Canelo, I gave him credit. He did that interview. I got to see a side of him that I hadn't seen before, and he actually became more likable to me, and I gave him credit, and I think he has done a lot of good things in his life. With that being said, some of the criticisms that I have had of him is looking for these unfair-ass advantages, bro. Looking for these advantages where it's like, damn, bro, I understand you the A side. I understand you Canelo Alvarez, you the face of boxing, but really, bro, like, I gotta come in at 154. You get to come in at 156.2 type shit. Like really, bro. We're gonna fight in the amateur size ring, bro. We gotta fight in the 18-foot ring, bro. And just because you don't want to have to use your feet, bro. That's really what we doing here. Like I don't like shit like that because if you really great like that, which I believe he can fight his ass off. I believe he's great. I got my own pound for pound list called the knockout list. Got him number 3 on there. I think Canelo Alvarez can fight his ass off, but I don't like when he looks for unfair advantages. And so I don't like the whole ring issue. Now, to the bigger issue, bro, one that you didn't cover that I want to talk about right here and right now, bro. This is my problem with boxing, bro. This is why I have such a love-hate relationship with the sport because I don't give a damn. You think a name's much bigger than fucking Canelo Alvarez and other sports. You think of LeBron James, who's 36 years old. He can't go tell another team, look, bro, you know, I'm older than y'all. I don't really feel like running up and down the court, so let's just play half court this game. You feel what I'm saying? Serena Williams can't be like, yo, I'm the biggest tennis star, so I need the net just a little bit lower because I get by on my serves and shit, and I don't want my serves hitting the net. So for my matches, we're going to lower the net a little bit to make my serves easier to go across. Like, I don't understand why boxing allows this shit. There should be one size, bro, a standard size that, like, this shit shouldn't be negotiable. They can't negotiate the size of a football field. They can't negotiate in football like, yo, our kicker is a little bit better than yours, so check this out. If he can make a 60-yard field goal, why don't y'all just give us 4 points for the field goal instead of 3 points because he can make a 60-yarder and we want to take advantages of his strengths, bro. You can't do shit like that in other sports, bro. And this is the shit that pisses me off wholeheartedly about boxing, bro. Like, you get to pick the ring size, homie? Y'all actually having a dispute over the size of the ring? No, bro. Where are the sanctioning bodies at? Where's the WBC? Where's the WBA? Whatever fucking WBO, whatever belts they fighting for. Where are these sanctioning bodies with a standard size ring for all fighters? Look, if you fight at super middleweight and you fighting for our belts, this is the goddamn size of the ring. It shouldn't even be up for negotiation, bro. It just shouldn't. Like, this is a conversation that as content creators and boxing fans, we should not have to have, bro, because the shit is stupid. It just makes boxing look dumb, bro. Like you think of another combat sport. Guess what? The women from the UFC that fight at 115 pounds to that 265-pound monster, Francis Ngannou, guess what they do? They all fight in the same goddamn size octagon, bro. They don't change the size of the fucking octagon depending on who it is and what they bro. Like what are we doing here? What are we talking about? And so if it can't be the same size for everybody in boxing, like can we at least get it the same size for the weight class, bro? Like can everybody in super middleweight fight in the same size ring? Can everybody at welterweight fight in the same size ring? This is shit that shouldn't even be happening in the sport of boxing. And it's one of the many reasons why the sport is not as popular as it should be. Because if you just look inside the ring, bro, it's one of the most beautiful, most best sports to watch and most entertaining sports to watch. But bullshit like this turns people off from the sport because it's like, bro, this shit shouldn't be negotiable. Like they really this fight might not go through. A huge ass unification fight is now in danger of not happening this weekend because of the size of a ring. Because one fighter trying to flex on another about having an advantage, because we know who's more fleet of foot. We know who's more agile. Like we ain't stupid, bro. We know who a smaller ring favors, and we know who a larger ring favors. And we really gonna be okay with in a championship level fight with somebody being able to have an advantage over the other because of the size of the ring? No, bro. Somebody that has some power should step in. Like this shit is simple to me, bro. It's like 2 + 2, bro. Somebody make a rule. All the sanctioning bodies do that little conference and shit that they do. Somebody make a rule. This is the size ring that professional fighting is going to fight in, bro. Simple shit like that could solve this issue and it wouldn't even come up. This shit should not be left up to the promoters and it should not be left up to the fighters, bro. This shit drives me crazy, bro. That's all I got on it, though.
Yeah, man, I agree with you, dog. I can't disagree with you on that point at all. I can't disagree, you know. Money, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my take on the shit, man, is just terrible. A weekend into the goddamn fight at that, and that's why I say I'm gonna be so pissed off if it don't happen because I'm tired of hearing that. That's why UFC better than boxing and shit. You know what I mean? And it's one hell of a fight to me. Like I said, I've been wanting to see this fight at 160 and at 168 is still just as appealing because both of them still undefeated. But when you look at the situation, if you go try to change the stipulation with the motherfucking ring, then put money in play. Okay, if you want to change the ring, motherfucker, you give me $2 million. I get an extra $2 million. I get this. Negotiate with money on this motherfucking ass. But just bringing up the ring shit is just I'm with knockout, man. It's some pure bullshit. If this gonna be the reason why we don't get the fight, that shit is just redundant, bro. It's just redundant. But Billy Joe just been pissing me off since the goddamn contract been signed. He just been finding a way to complain about every little fucking thing. And that's the only thing that's making me mad about his ass. He the number one troll. Like, if you look at a boxer, he the number one motherfucker that talked the most shit. Showed up to the press conference of Canelo and Triple G. Okay, I want the fight. I want the win. I want the win. All right. You finally get what the fuck you asking for. And now you want to complain about every little goddamn thing, man. All right. Come the fuck on, bro. Quit the bullshit. Because y'all over here, y'all talking about shit with Eddie Hearn that ain't got shit to do with Canelo and the fans and the fight. They looking at Eddie Hearn, oh, he's not a real Brit. He's doing this for Canelo. He's pushing Canelo. He don't fucking promote Billy Joe. It ain't his job to promote Billy Joe Saunders. So Billy Joe Saunders' father, you shouldn't have a problem with Eddie Hearn promoting fucking Canelo Alvarez. And if he going for Canelo Alvarez to whoop Billy Joe ass, that's what he's supposed to do. He's putting money in his pockets. But at the end of the day, man, they need to figure this shit out. Canelo, you need to quit putting stipulations in. If this shit went in the contract, your ass need to cut that shit out this close to the fight. This close to the fight, you know what I mean? From showing muscle and shit. You feel me? Regardless of what he's saying to you. I mean, make this shit happen, bro. But by Canelo saying, all right, he go do what he got to do. It don't matter what size ring it is. Well, man, come to a fucking agreement and give us the goddamn fight. We in fight week. 70,000 motherfuckers bought tickets to see this shit. You got too much money being involved with the shit. But y'all motherfuckers let this shit go to waste over a goddamn ring size. You know what I mean? What's going to happen in the ring is going to happen in the ring. So they need to come to a conclusion on the shit and make it happen, man, period. That's what they need to do. Come to a conclusion. If your ass want to try to switch out the ring, your ass going to be paying me more money. If not, then it's going to be this. If it ain't in the contract, right, then y'all need to agree on this shit. But this shit should have been taken care of before even getting this close to the fucking fight, bro. So We gonna see what they ass do. I feel like it's I still feel like the fight gonna happen. It's just too much money, bro. You know,
Yeah,
this your
it's gonna
biggest fight.
happen.
This your biggest payday. You know, it's just motherfuckers trying to show muscle and shit like that to show that your ass just trying to control everything. But this what we'll do. They're trying to show that they're a man as well. No motherfucker want to be. They don't want to feel like they being bitch. Like nobody want to be feel like that shit. So overall, I think the fight gonna take place. But you know, they need to find a way to make this shit happen, bro. They need to find a way to make it happen. But I still got faith that it's gonna happen. It's just both their ass bickering back and forth and shit like that. So we'll see. We'll see. But too much money involved for it not to happen. And we too close. We too close for it not to happen, bro.
Hey, bro, Alex Corona. How about I drop you the link and you come on here and you tell them yourself, faggot? How about you come on here and put your face on camera? Go, come on here and put your face on camera. And you go ahead and tell us. Fucking pussy. Go ahead, money, my bad.
Oh no, I summed it up. I was done.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. It could be a whole bunch of different things. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be hype for the fight. Now everybody really, really talking about this shit. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody really talking about this shit. Now, this is the big story. Stories sell. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that man ain't fucking retarded. He know it ain't no fucking way that he can hop on a mega event like this and just say, I'm out, I'm not gonna fight. Nah. He know better than that. Like I said, he might as well end his boxing career and go fucking rush and get all the paper he got out of his motherfucking bank account, because they gonna garnish everything that he got if he pulls some shit like that. He gonna owe so much fucking money, man. Nah. But yeah, man. But like at the end of the day, man, you can't, like I was saying, money, man. You can't say, oh well, we didn't have it in writing. I mean, we didn't have it in the contract, but it was something that we verbally agreed on. Who does that in a fight of this magnitude? Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Zenith 360 in that super chat, always showing love. He say Saunders always fight in the 20-foot ring in the UK. He says rules. He says in the UK rules say can't be bigger than 20. He says the standard for US championship fights is 20. He says Billy Joe Saunders causing chaos to get Canelo off. He says they both cheats anyway. hey, and that's the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta look like, bro. So now you all of a sudden want a 24-foot ring, right? All of a sudden. But like I said, the way they've been talking, and y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure that y'all smash the like button, because there ain't no reason that y'all sitting up in here and you can't push a like button. You know, but man, like I said, he already talked himself down, dog. It ain't, to me, I don't see him winning this fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him winning this fight, dog. And shout out to my man, TJ Sports All Topics. He said Canelo's going to destroy this dude. Yeah, bro.
I agree.
Bro, he's not, like, when you get to talking like that, you already coming in at a disadvantage. Boxing is like 80% mental. Your mental already fucked up.
My man say Billy Joe ain't doing it for money, man. Get your silly ass out of here somewhere.
Facts, bro. It's like going to a job interview telling yourself that on the way there the whole time you ain't gonna get the job. That's what the hell Big Saunders doing, bro. Like, you ain't gonna get you keep telling yourself you're gonna lose. You keep making these excuses. You're gonna get what's coming to you, bro. His mind ain't right. His mind ain't right at all for this fight, bro. He ain't ready for it. He ain't had a fight in the ring to get him ready for somebody of Canelo Alvarez's caliber either. And then to come in with this mindset of complaining all the time, and then if this was such a huge issue, to have a lapse in judgment of your team and of you to not get the shit in writing too, like his mind, I don't know what the fuck he been thinking about, but it's coming quick. It's coming quick.
He want to go troll motherfuckers, throw chicken at Deontay Wilder. You know, say this shit about that fighter, say this about that fighter, all this shit, get popped, and then he want to be the one complaining about every goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Got his son punching Willie Monroe in the nuts and shit and kicking him like all the shit he be doing, man. But
yeah, I forgot about that shit, man, with his little bastard ass son, nigga.
Yeah, the disrespect
Willie Monroe in his nuts.
It's just that when he ain't got the advantage, he ain't got the edge on the motherfucker. You know, he can't bully Canelo into doing shit, or he can't get into Canelo mind. That shit just backfiring on his ass. That's all it is. But at the same time, you know, Canelo has got to stop trying to do that shit as well. If that one, you know what I'm saying, if it was already agreed upon or some shit like that. But Billy Joe, he do all of the most disrespectful shit. Then he want to be the motherfucker to cry wolf and cry like a motherfucking little girl. You ain't gonna beat Canelo nowhere, in my opinion.
Right. Like he do all type of shit, dog. And then to me, the thing with me is how you talking about. Oh, you know, he's a cheat. He's a steroid cheat and this and that. Motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? You were supposed to fight goddamn Demetrius Andrade and you got popped dirty. So how you gonna talk about him? Like that shit crazy to me, man. And like I said, I don't see him, you know, and I see people saying don't underestimate him. He underestimated himself. I don't think nobody on this panel would be on here talking like we talking that basically like he done. He ain't winning this fight. No type of way. He don't even have no chance. I don't think none of us would be on here saying this, right? If he hadn't came out from the very beginning saying the shit that he's been saying. If he had came out like, you know what, I'm fucking ready. I can't wait to get in the ring. I can't wait to be. It's no way that this man gonna beat me. You think I'm gonna let a fucking Canelo beat me? I'm gonna box the shit out of him. I might stop. If he came confident, I think our tune would be different. Like, man, hey, dude, he ready. You know what I'm saying? He might give Canelo some fucking problems.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But when this fight got announced, King, you thought it would be a good fight when it first got announced, and then
I didn't like the fight.
I thought it was a good fight.
I thought it was a good fight.
Somebody
thought it was gonna be like an okay fight. He could challenge Canelo.
The Billy Joe that fought that motherfucker David Lemieux, the Billy Joe that fought David Lemieux at 160, bro. That motherfucker was on fire, bro. That motherfucker looking so good. I say, damn, he gonna get Canelo as some problems, but he ain't in that mind state, bro. He ain't in that mind state. He like you say, it's a mental game, bro. So I don't know what's going on with Billy Joe, but this is the biggest fight of your career, dog. And you got so much other shit on your mind. It just showed me that you're not going to beat Canelo, man.
So Daniel Egan, I believe that Daniel is he is in the UK, and he says the same thing that my man Zenith said. He said 20-foot rings are normal. Billy Joe Saunders spent 90% of his career in one, but now he got some problem with Canelo in front of him. And that's a bad look, bro. That is a bad look. Now you don't want to fight in the 20-inch ring. I mean, a 20-foot ring when it's Canelo. But you ain't never had no problem fighting in the 20-foot ring with nobody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You done, bro. You cooked already. You already cooked.
Then why, if that's standard, bro? If that's because that's the second time I've heard that, bro. Then why is this shit even up to the fighters? This shit shouldn't even be an issue. Like, ringside shouldn't be something that they can talk about, bro.
I'm like, that shit should be a standard, like you said, bro. That was the perfect way to put it, bro. So a standard ring, 20 to 20, like 20 should just be the standard. Like, fuck it. That's it.
Yeah, rule. Like if you a professional fighter, here's the size of the ring. Like if you're a professional basketball player, this is how much the basketball weigh, bro. This how tall the goal is. This how much the basketball weigh. Y'all go play. Same thing with boxing, bro. This the size of your gloves. This where the padding gotta be. This how big the ring is. If you don't accept that shit, then you just don't want to fight professionally. They shouldn't even be having this conversation, bro. This shit crazy to me.
Hey, and the thing is, bro, it's like we have fight week, right?
Exactly.
So you think they gonna change the fucking go get a whole new ring just because you want to?
All right.
You think they? You know what I'm saying? Go. Matter of fact, bring us. We already had this shit set up, but we got to change it. Billy Joe, he don't want to fight in this size ring. So change it, bring us a 22 foot, bring us 2 more feet.
Right.
Bring us 2 more feet of ropes and shit.
Mom got on a whole new ring. Can you spend money on a whole new ring? You gonna buy for it? We take that out your paycheck, motherfucker.
Hey, this shit crazy, man. This dude, he cooked already, man. The way he talking and the excuses that he made, and along with the if he beats me and if he knocks me out, and like you cooked, dog. You're not finna win. You done, man. Move on to Caleb Plant. Let's go ahead and get him up out of here and had his mega showdown. You know what I'm saying, with Caleb Plant. That's what I'm really waiting for, because I never thought, and this is my reasoning, right? I never thought that Billy Joe had a chance, and I'm gonna admit it. I never thought that Billy Joe had a chance before he started even downplaying it, talking down on himself, like if I lose and all of that shit, right? I never thought he had a chance to beat Canelo in the first place. And the reason I didn't think he had a chance is because he hasn't looked good since he got popped on PEDs. I don't know what some of y'all don't understand about this. The fucking man fought goddamn washed up, used up, what's the dude that everybody that fucking beat the
Martin Murray.
Huh?
Martin
Murray. He fought
Billy Joe fought.
Yeah, man, he fought washed up, used up Martin Murray. That's old as fuck. Everybody then ran through him, right? And he didn't even look good in that fight. He hasn't looked good ever since he got popped on PEDs. So we keep talking about, and a lot of people, like even money's going back to, well, if we get to Billy Joe that fought David Lemieux, it'll be a good fight. But if we look at David Lemieux track history, David Lemieux is nowhere near a Canelo Alvarez. Nowhere near Canelo Alvarez. Not even you can't, not even in the same book as Canelo Alvarez. But even then, we still haven't seen that Billy Joe that looked how he looked in that fight since he fought David Lemieux. And that was what year was that when he fought David Lemieux? What, like 2016?
Somewhere around that time, yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. We talking about some shit almost 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the thing with me. He haven't looked good ever since, he got popped on PEDs, when he was supposed to fight Dudu Andrade. Ever since he's supposed to fight Dudu Andrade, ever since that shit happened, he ain't looked good. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker been fluctuating in weight like Luther Vandross and shit. And he ain't been shit. So I don't know, but I'm still gonna look forward to the fight. I'm still looking forward to the fight because one thing in his favor is we haven't seen Canelo in the ring with somebody that can move and box in a long time.
He actually fought the motherfucker on my birthday, December 16, 2017. That was in 17.
Okay. In 17 when he fought, okay, yeah. But see, like I said, in one thing that Billy Joe has in his favor, right? Everybody want to see. Blue blood, he talk about it every time. Like, people think that Canelo, you got some people, like, that think that Canelo hasn't gotten any better, right? And this is a fact. I'm not one of them people. Like, that sounds crazy to me. But some people feel that Canelo hasn't gotten any better at all. He's just choosing the right type of opponent to fight, right? We know in the past, Canelo had problems fighting mobile opponents, opponents that had good footwork and that could box and move, And so some people feel like, hey, Billy Joe is going to give him hell because he can move around and he can box. I don't think so. I think that Canelo has gotten a whole lot better since fucking he fought Mayweather and Lara. I think he got a whole lot better. But it is a fact is that the opponents that he have been choosing have been opponents that don't move very well. So they do have a point when they say that he's picking certain type of opponents to fight, that he's not fighting athletic opponents that can move well, right? And that's one reason that myself, I have Caleb Plant giving him hell You know, that's just my assessment. But Billy Joe gonna have to show me. And you know, I don't know, man. If he's serious about all of this shit, if all of the shit that he's saying, right, is not a tactic just to fucking get in Canelo's head and to have people talking about the fight more, if he really serious about this shit, he might as well just go in there and lay down. He might as well just go in there and lay down because he's fried. He done already. And y'all make sure that y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all hit my like button. It don't take nothing to hit the like button. Yeah, and shit, that's about all I gotta say on it. And stop coming in here with that. Well, Floyd Mayweather ain't fought a fucking boxer in a professional boxing match since 2015. Get off of Floyd Mayweather nuts. We're not talking about everything. But Floyd, let that fucking man do what the fuck he doing. We're talking about Canelo Alvarez and Billy Joe Saunders. Everything is, but when Floyd, that shit just, man, y'all sound fucking ignorant with that shit. But Floyd did this and Floyd, man, like y'all need to, like, god damn, bro. Every time you talk about, they got to bring Floyd Mayweather up. The fuck does this have to do with Floyd? Man, y'all, yeah, one of y'all cook, man. But hey, one of y'all cook. Yeah.
I mean, I agree with all of that, bro. Yeah, and bringing up Floyd, that's just the way of them. Like, they don't have a point because they wrong, so they just try to bring. Well, he did it wrong too. Well, shit, two wrongs don't make a right, and doing something the wrong way, I mean, it means it doesn't mean that you better just because you can do it too. So, I don't subscribe to that, and I don't think it means really too much other than they just exposing themselves as people that are wrong. And so the whole thing with Billy Joe, though, man, and Caleb Plant, the difference is Caleb Plant, he's dedicated, bro. He's dedicated. He got all those skills. He can move, and he actually stays in shape. Excuse me, I got somebody in my door. Money, you can go ahead and cook. I got to go answer.
Yeah, it's like, we'll see, man. He, to me, Billy Joe, is like you said, Key, that motherfucking performance in 2017 was so long ago. And I feel the same way. Ever since he got popped for them motherfucking PEDs, he haven't been looking the same. That's why I said at 168, his legs ain't been looking like he was at 160. It ain't like he been using the ring like, you know what I mean? His ass been fighting at 168. It ain't like he been using the ring like that, you know. So I just don't see him. Even at 160, I thought he had caused some problems. I never thought he had beat him. You know what I'm saying? I never thought he had beat him. And he damn sure ain't beat Canelo at 168. Too many mental lapses happen to me for what I'm saying with him, bro. He's not all the way there. He's not all the way there. He worrying about too much shit. Instead of Canelo, you went in there, you put the work in, you talking about you in great fucking shape, this, that, and all that shit. Well, get in there and do what you gotta do. Get in there and do what you gotta do, bro. Because right now, you ain't looking too confident to me, bro. You're not looking too confident to me. So we'll just see, man. Canelo is the big dog at 168, bro. Canelo is the favorite in the fight. To me, Canelo got the better skills. Canelo got the better power. Canelo got the better mental state right now, right? And Canelo going in there and beat this boy ass. And I think Canelo gonna beat his ass. I think he wanna, because Billy Joe, like I say, bro, people do not forget, dog. They don't forget, bro. You know what I mean? You crashing Canelo and Triple G fight, talking all that shit, how they're afraid of you, this and that and this. You know what I'm saying? Now you got your opportunity. Now you got the opportunity. Now you saying all this other shit. Oh, they got the judges in their pockets. Oh, I want to be on a fair playing field. Oh, I want this. Oh, I want that. Like, man, get your ass in the ring and fight at the end of the day. Do what the fuck you get paid for. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just telling you to shut up and fight, right? But at the end of the day, man, we in fight week, bro. You could have did all this shit two months ago or 3 weeks ago or some shit. We in the week of the fight, bro. And you still making these damn excuses. So we gonna find out, bro. He ain't beating Canelo. I just got Canelo beating his ass. Right now it's looking like he's Canelo is the boogeyman over his ass. Right, you got your daddy speaking out, you speaking out, you got Tyson Fury speaking out. You feel me? So we'll see, bro. We'll see if he gets into the ring, dog. We'll see. But this man not beat Canelo, bro. Canelo want to beat his ass. I think Canelo going to beat his ass, bro.
Yeah, Canelo finna fuck him up. The thing is, and what made it even look worse, y'all, is his dad coming out saying, "It's no way my son can't fight this man in a ring like this. No way I'm gonna let my son get in there against a Canelo Alvarez in a ring that size."
They want to take Billy legs from him. They want to take Billy legs from him.
Like, bro, what are you talking about? You making your son sound like a whole fucking bitch out here. Talking about, "There's no way I'm gonna put my," like, you talking about Canelo like he fucking King Kong. Like, there's no way I'm gonna fucking put my son in there with King Kong. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Canelo beating the shit out of him. UK fighter.
Fuck it. There's no way I'm gonna fucking put my son in there against Goro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah. Hey, y'all need to watch that. Speaking of Goro, hey, y'all need to watch that Mortal Kombat. That new Mortal Kombat. That shit clean.
Yeah, I fuck with that bitch heavy. Canelo done whooped Liam Smith ass. Canelo done whooped Rocky Fielding ass. He done whooped Caleb Smith ass. He done whooped motherfucking what's the word just whooped? Damn.
Goddamn fucking. Oh man, fuck him. Don't even say his name on here. His bitch ass went in there and laid down. He was he's trash.
Canelo beating the shit out of these UK fighters. I don't want
you talking about that Yildirim or whatever the fuck his name was.
No, I wasn't gonna mention you. I'm talking about the
UK.
I
thought you finna mention him.
No, hell no. That motherfucker ain't even UK. That motherfucker something else. Turkey. Yeah, hold on. He beat Liam. Oh no, yeah, Liam Smith, the brothers. Liam Smith, Callum
He beat the whole UK.
Yeah, whooping their ass over there.
God damn, he didn't whoop the whole UK.
We not fucking with Canelo.
God damn.
Shit, all the Mexican fighters been beating the shit out of them UK fighters lately. Tennyson got his ass knocked out.
What about
that dude that beat Warrington, bro? They better stop letting the Mexican fighters over there. They gonna kill all their little hype, jobs. Beat up right now, bro.
Turn their ass up. My man said, "What about Jellion Love, bro? Why would you bring Jellion Love?" I like Jellion. That's my guy. But Jellion trying to fight motherfucking Tyron Woodley, and Woodley might whoop his ass.
James Benitez said Canelo on the UK world tour. For real, man.
That's right. Beating the shit out of the UK fighter.
Canelo, dog, and like, you already know, man, he just calm and he just cool, calm, and collect, man. He like, shit, I ain't worried about shit.
Kurt was going out. Kurt say London Bridge keeps falling down.
What's going on with it, Kurt?
Hell yeah, Kurt.
Historian, Kurt Anderson off in the building, man. But man, we gonna see how this turn out, man. We gonna see how it turn out, man. What's on the undercard? I think I seen ain't shit on the undercard that I seen that popped out to me.
What you call it on the undercard? That Keyshawn Davis.
Keyshawn Davis. He the only one I seen that really.
Yeah.
I ain't even seen the damn undercard, to be honest with you. Let me go check and see.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
He the only one that stuck out though. I'm gonna pull it up right quick too.
Yeah, and while you pull that up, man, let me get y'all final words, man. We went overtime.
I can go real quick. So I appreciate y'all having me on, man. As always, it's nothing but love from this side, man. Shout out to Key and Money. I see you dropping them videos like hotcakes, bro. And that whole band, man, they couldn't stop you, bro. Like it seemed like you growing even faster now, bro.
Real shit.
So don't let that shit stop you, bro. Keep grinding, and you'll be back live soon enough. But I see the growth, man. I see the videos all the time. Them mugs is fire. I know a lot of y'all in here already subscribed to both of these brothers, but if you're in here for the first time, be sure to subscribe to them. And I humbly ask that you come over and check me out too, man. I'm putting in work over here on my channel. Knockout Boxing 86 TV. I'm dropping videos daily, so come check me out, man, right here on YouTube every day, boxing content for today. And then sometimes I bring some history into it, but for the most part, if you like boxing topics that's going on today, man, come check out my channel. But I appreciate y'all having me on and allowing me to cook with y'all, bro.
As always. Shit, undercard ain't that too exciting. They got Frank Sanchez on the heavyweight, but it ain't really
Frank Sanchez.
I like Conway on the card, so but we'll see. Like I say, Keyshawn, they keeping them busy, so that's a respectful thing. But I appreciate that knockout, my brother. All love, fam. They done pissed me off. I just turned up on their ass. But much love to the chat for coming through, rounding out with us, man. As much respect. Shout out to Kurt, the historian, the beautiful Sheena, Cassandra, the queen. Everybody, y'all continue to ride, man. Like my man, like I say, I'm dropping these videos daily. Y'all go over there, check them out, man, and hit the likes up. You know, give me a little watch time over there as well. You feel me? But subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram at Money_the_writer. We will be streaming the Canelo and Billy Joe fight. If y'all don't have nowhere to see the fight, come on over. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be going down. Got some fighters that be jumping there. Might catch one of your favorite fighters, you know. But other than that, it's all love, man. Continue to support my brother Key. Hit that like up like he say. Don't be a sucker. And y'all know I get down, man. Big dog status, family.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate everybody on the panel. You know what I'm saying? We cooking again. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Everybody that came through, showed love. You know what I'm saying? In the chat, even the haters. You know, appreciate everybody. Make sure that y'all subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that y'all hit the like button. And make sure that y'all go and subscribe to Knockout Boxing 86 TV on YouTube. Go subscribe to his channel. He putting in work daily, putting out the fire videos. My man, Money Brown TV. You already know about him. You should already be subscribed. If you don't, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Go subscribe to Money Brown TV. He like man, hey, he putting in work. He done turned up on y'all. He putting in work. And like I said, just show support. It's boxing. We all a family over here. Show support, you know. And we will be back, you know, cooking again tomorrow. I appreciate everybody, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm out.
Can't see me in no department. Speed, power, chance, heart, none.
Alright.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Talking big facts, I ain't tell no lies. Real talk like fight fan. Slap a troll with my right hand. Hit the like button, watch the replay. Want all the smoke like EJ. Fuck a troll what he say. I bomb a nigga like Wilder, boy. Spray the thing, make shower, boy. Tyson Fury, you a coward, boy. Box a nigga like Ego. Make you bow your head, take one knee like Kell Brook and Tim Tebow. Since the time that Lester been black and eyes like Debo. Like Debo? And I'm a breadwinner like Kevin Gates. Smoke strong, make you levitate. On my evil spins, might meditate. Gon' watch me, you gon' steady hate. But I pimp the game like 7-8. 7-8. And I'm a big stepper like Money Brown. I don't mess around, I don't fuck around. But I'll fuck around, not wear my crown. Fuck around, not wear my crown. Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There you go, talking that boxing again. Real talk like fight fan. There you go, talking that boxing again.